If you've been told your labs are normal, but you still feel exhausted, inflamed, anxious, or like your body is breaking down piece by piece, this video is for you. First of all, it's not in your head. You know something is not right and you're being dismissed. Normal labs do not mean you're healthy. They mean no one has asked better questions. Let's break it down. Most lab panels in the conventional system are not designed to find the root of your symptoms. They exist to screen for disease, not to evaluate function. That is a massive difference. Screening labs tell you whether you're sick enough for a diagnosis. They do not tell you why you feel like shit. And this is exactly where people get trapped for years, sometimes even decades. They feel awful. They know something is wrong, but because their labs are normal, they get ignored. Let me walk you through how this actually plays out. Your doctor orders a basic CBC, a simple metabolic panel, maybe a TSH if you complained about fatigue. If those numbers fall inside a massive reference range, congratulations, you get told everything is fine. Meanwhile, you're sitting there knowing damn well nothing feels fine. Let me give you examples of what normal completely misses. You can have normal labs and still have blood sugar instability, destroying your energy, mood, and hormones. That was me to a T. I thought I was doing everything right. Fasting, workouts, clean eating, and I still felt wrecked. It was not until I ran better testing that I discovered my metabolism was shot. You can have normal labs and still be in inflammatory overload from hidden gut issues. You can have normal labs and still have mitochondrial fatigue. Your cells literally cannot produce enough energy to keep up with your life. I see this in practice every single day. You can have normal labs and still have early autoimmune activity long before a diagnosis. And this is the golden window where you can completely change your trajectory.
My friends, I have a book coming out. All of my autoimmune warriors out there, not just Hashimoto's, whatever autoimmune condition you're suffering with, or someone you know is suffering with, or if you are just looking to improve the way that your body functions. This book is set to come out later this year. I am compiling a pre-launch wait list, and those of you who get on the list, I have such awesome promos coming up for you. I cannot wait to share everything that I have learned about the immune system and what we can do to take back control of our health. Friends, we do not have to accept our diagnosis. In my experience, what I have lived, what I see on a daily basis, healing is absolutely possible, and this book is going to show you exactly how I did that. Be sure to get on the list. Again, the link is in the show notes. Let's get back to today's topic.
Your labs can be normal and your nervous system can be completely dysregulated. You can have normal labs and still have chronic infections simmering beneath the surface. You can have normal labs and still have mold toxicity. That was me. I could barely function and every lab looked fine. Did you know your emotions wire your biology? Trauma imprints into the body. Relationship stress, childhood patterns of survival, high achiever energy, caretaking for everyone but yourself. It all changes your chemistry. None of that shows up on a basic panel. Why? Because dysfunction starts long before disease. You feel it. Before it becomes measurable, you feel the migraines, the joint pain, the swelling, the fatigue that hits you like a wall, the heart palpitations, the insomnia, the bloating, the mood swings, the feeling like you are slowly disappearing into symptoms no one else can see. But because your labs do not match a diagnosis, you get brushed off. I want to give you 5 areas I look at first when someone tells me my labs are normal, but I feel awful. These are patterns that never show up on simple blood work, but drive a ton of symptoms. Do you have a pen and paper handy? I would write this down if I were you. Number 1, blood sugar patterns. Even if you eat clean, even if you're not diabetic, unstable blood sugar is one of the biggest root drivers I see behind fatigue, anxiety, irritability, or wired at night. Likely there is a blood sugar issue. Number 2, gut health. I'm not talking about random probiotics. I'm talking about your gut as an immune organ. If you have bloating, constipation, loose stools, reflux, skin issues, or food reactions, that is immune stress. You cannot reduce inflammation if your gut is inflamed. Number 3, mitochondrial function. This is your energy system. If you wake up tired, even after sleeping, if you crash mid-afternoon, if caffeine does nothing, that is mitochondrial dysfunction. Number 4, hidden inflammation. You can be highly inflamed with normal CRP and ESR. Inflammation is not always in the blood. It can be in your gut, your joints, your brain, and still wreck your body. Number 5, nervous system dysregulation. This is the most overlooked piece in healthcare and one of my favorite places to start with my patients and clients. If your body is stuck in survival mode, every system gets affected. Digestion slows down, hormones shift, detox slows, pain sensitivity goes up. This is a big one. Sleep gets disrupted. Your body cannot prioritize healing if you are in stress mode. The nervous system is not just mindset or emotions, it's biology. It is wiring, and it affects everything. I work with a lot of people with autoimmune conditions, and I see this every day. Immune symptoms go hand in hand with a nervous system that has been stuck in defense mode for too long. That is one of the reasons why flares follow stress. The body keeps score. Your immune system remembers. This is a good thing, well, depending on what it is remembering. So how do you know if this is you? Here are red flags that your labs are normal, but your body is not fine. You crash after meals. Your heart races with no reason. You cannot calm down even when you're tired. This is one of the first signs I get that my nervous system needs more work. You feel worse after high intensity workouts. You wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. This is so common and vastly misunderstood. You're always puffy or inflamed. You know foods bother you, but you cannot figure out which ones. You feel like you lost your resilience. If any of that sounds like you do not have a lab problem. You have a physiology problem, and that can be changed. You do not need another random protocol. You need stability in your biology. You need to ensure you are eating enough protein. You may not like what I'm going to say next, but you are here for the truth. Right? Some of you need to reduce your carb intake. I'm not saying go keto. I'm saying get your carbs from real food, fruits and vegetables, instead of living on pasta, bread, crackers, and rice. If blood sugar is an issue, this matters. I'm a big fan of carb cycling rather than long-term restriction. I do not count carbs, but I look at my plate and ask, is at least half of it vegetables? I used to eat half a plate of carbs, barely any protein, no vegetables, and then wonder why I felt like shit. Supporting your gut is also important. Are you drinking enough water? Most people think they're hydrated and they're not. Digestion cannot function without hydration. Move your body daily, not for weight loss, for energy and healing. Movement signals safety to the body. And above all, you need to prioritize your nervous system. Your body cannot heal if it does not feel safe. Creating safety signals is one of the fastest ways to pull your body out of survival mode. This is a big part of what I teach because it changes everything. I popped a link in the show notes for my Rooted Rituals 7-day reset. Inside it, I teach you simple daily tools you can use to help your body switch out of survival mode and back into repair mode. It is completely free, my gift to you. When your body feels safe, it can heal. When your biology is stable, your brain functions at a high level. When your inflammation goes down, symptoms lose their power. If you feel as if no one is listening, that no one understands, I see you. Drop a comment if this resonated. I would love to hear your story. And if you have not seen the video I did with Karen, a functional nutritionist, where we dive into the healing powers of food, I put it up right here, and I will see you over there. Bye, friends.